Yes, as you've rightly seen, of course, behind me, I am standing in front of the KCB Rugby Football Club fans here. And remember, this is the Kenya Cup semi-final match. One of the two semi-final matches happening at the same time. However, we are now, of course, be showing you live the game between KCB, Kenya Commercial Bank Rugby Football Club, versus Menengai Oilers here at the KCB Ruaraka Sports Grounds in Nairobi County. The other semi-final, the other Kenya Cup Rugby semi-final is currently happening at the ASK Showgrounds in Kakamega County, and that is between the defending champions Kabras Rugby Football Club against Nondis. Those are former champions of the Kenya Cup. Now, of course, most of you know clearly that the final will be on the 12th of April. However, we are starting now with the two teams that, of course, will be making it into the last two of this particular competition. Remember, KCB definitely are former champions of this particular cup, and they have been sharing this particular cup with Kabras Sugar, Kabras who have won since 2022, 2023, 2024, and they're seeking
Menengai Oilers looking to make use of the fast ball in hand. Timothy Omela going into contact. There goes Samson Nsomu at the tail of that truck. Hoofs the ball. Ball taken there in the air by Brian Wahinya. KCB with some good attacking opportunity here. Fast ball in hand for KCB. Time to see what the Lions are up to. Brian Wahinya goes down the blind. Taking it back to the blind side. Jacob Oje, big carry there. Brian Wahinya to Wilwide Mususi to the midfield. KCB lose the ball forward. An advantage play there for the Menengai Oilers. Scrum advantage. Samson Osomu using the advantage. Pass out wide to Abutwali Bosonga, who passes it out wide to his winger. Samson Osomu back to the midfield. Ibrahim Ayo, Moura out wide to none other than their fullback, Timothy Omela. Big carry through the midfield there for the Menengai Oilers. Referee playing an advantage, penalty advantage for the Menengai Oilers. Time to see what the Menengai Oilers have to. And a big tackle there. A grabber, but the referee was playing an advantage as Emmanuel Opondo fields that grabber. Referee pulls back play to the advantage and awards a penalty to the Menengai Oilers. First penalty of the game, ladies and gentlemen. Time to see what the Menengai Oilers will decide. And your guess is as good as mine. Menengai Oilers opting to go for 3 points. Timothy Ejakait Omela looking to get the Menengai Oilers rolling. Just to avoid the commentators' cast, I will reserve my comments about this. Timothy misses the penalty conversion. That is a 22-meter dropout. Timothy Omela has been very, very dependable with the boot for the Menengai Oilers. Misses the first opportunity for the Menengai Oilers, but all is not lost in terms of the play. 22-meter dropout, KCB. In your picture there, you can see clearly the ball didn't go through the two uprights. The penalty conversion will be restarting this with a 22-meter dropout. Timothy Omela has been very, very dependable with the boot for the Menengai Oilers. Misses the first opportunity for the Menengai Oilers, but all is not lost in terms of referee having play to handle KCB. The crowd, in your picture there, you can see clearly asking for a bit of space. Two uprights. KCB will be restarting this with a 22-meter dropout. Timothy Omela, you can see in the picture there, Davis Chenge is asking the fans to kindly move for the game to continue. Referee having to handle. It's important to note that the safety of the players and of course the fans is paramount, and the proximity of which you as a fan is allowed around the pitch. You can see in the picture there is what is of concern. You can see there asking the fans to kindly Leagues and Fixtures Administrator Kenya Rugby Union Kevin Wambura having to physically escort the fans. Thank you so much. The fans have responded positively. Of course, the referee will be signaling for the restart. If you're just joining us, this is a live stream courtesy of the Kenya Rugby Union. We're beaming live on YouTube and across social channels. You can share this live link to your friends, family at home who are not able to watch or join the live proceedings at the Lions Den. Referee signals the return of the game. 22-meter dropout, Brian Wahinya with ball in hand. Brian Wahinya restarts. Menengai Oilers juggle the ball somewhere. Maura is well handled by the KCB defensive line. Andy Kolomolo. Nsomu to the midfield. Nsomu once again. Abutwali Bosonga, hint of a player being in front of the kicker. Samuel Ovwamu making a break for it. Fast opportunity for the Menengai Oilers in the KCB half. Referee playing an advantage. Quick ball there by the Menengai Oilers, who are looking to shift it out. There is space outside. Ball moves out to the wing. Timothy Omela. Big tackle there on Timothy. Another big carry there, ladies and gentlemen, for the Menengai Oilers. Creeping closer to the white line. Nsomu scanning, Nsomu passing it. An opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, for the Menengai Oilers to take the lead. There you have it, a maul is formed and called by the referee. Oilers looking for that opportunity to score the opening try. And ladies and gentlemen, try time, Oilers! The Menengai Oilers go over for the opening try, ladies and gentlemen. Makoha going over for the opening try, also known as Babu. The maul was formed there, hard for KCB to come around and get the ball carrier. And what a play there for the Menengai Oilers. What a play, forming a maul and diving off as the referee also joins in the action. What a start for the Menengai Oilers. Oilers 5, KCB 0. Menengai Oilers, ladies and gentlemen, fast foray into the KCB half. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, Oilers 5, KCB 0. That execution, as ruthless as it comes, an opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, taken there by the Menengai Oilers. Time for KCB to respond. Manuel Opondo kicking us off. High-wristed. The scores currently are the Menengai Oilers 7, KCB 0. Well taken there from the wristed Tyson, former Menengai Oilers, in a heated battle there with Ibrahim Ayo. Oilers in the 22, looking for an opportunity to clear their lines. Samson Onsomu peaks and hoofs the ball straight into touch. Well fielded and taken quickly by KCB. KCB looking to respond quickly. Emmanuel Opondo out wide to none other than Austin Sikutwa, who loses the ball forward. Former Oilers. And you can see that the Menengai Oilers are looking to get into Austin's head. A knock on there, an uncharacteristic mistake there by Austin Sikutwa, who's had a very, very good season with KCB, having moved from the Menengai Oilers. The Battle of the Rastas at 9. Samson Onsomu and Brian Wahinya. Fitting the scrum is Samson Onsomu. Well taken there, and referee signals for a penalty from scrum time. Pulling down the scrum is a call by the referee. Ejakite looking to get touch, hopefully 5 meters out of the try line. It's a big kick. Doesn't find touch. Emmanuel Opondo returns possession back to the Menengai Oilers. Oilers with an opportunity to attack. Timothy brings back possession into the KCB half. Well taken care of there by the KCB, but the player has to roll away. Referee allows play to continue. A big kick hoofed into the air, asking KCB questions, but the Menengai Oilers lose the ball forward. A scrum advantage to KCB. Oilers employing that kicking game. KCB looking to clear the ball from their own half. Brian Wahinya kicks the ball into the air. Chases well onside. And they apprehend the Menengai Oilers player in their own half. Isolated. And a big tackle there. Referee playing an advantage. A free play and an opportunity to attack out wide. Samuel Ovwamu, well handled there by Elfas Adunga and company. Samuel Maura to Abutwali Bwesonga to Ejakite out wide. Onsomu. Scrum off. Free play, open ball, KCB Still that one away, Griffin Musila. And the referee playing an advantage to KCB, player not rolling away. Oilers had that ball, lost it, and now have considered a penalty. Something that the coach would definitely be having issues with. Beautiful pictures there in your picture, ladies and gentlemen. In the background there you have Steve Muhanji, Cabra's sugar diehard. Not sure why he's not in Kakamega, but anyway, that's a story for another day. The young and the old coming out. The weather not as conducive though, but the fans have made it. Line out to be taken.
Our world is changing every day, and so should we, for the better. Each week, we tackle the big why, the question that should be on everyone's minds. Why isn't this fixed yet? Deforestation, global warming, and the adverse effects of climate change. The future isn't just something that we inherit, it's something that we create. Join us on The Green Fix as we tell the stories of those who refuse to give up. When it comes to fixing the planet, there is no time to waste. Join me, Shiksha Arora, on Thursdays at 9 p.m. on The Green Fix as we look into the big why, you and I.
For comprehensive information and education on your health, Body Garage is here.
Don't allow anyone.
Well shifted Numbers. A hint of numbers on the outside channels. Samuel Mora looking for his outside man. There goes the Menengai Oilers. Samuel Ovwamu passing it out to the outright man. Not tackled. Crispin Shitundo. Ovwamu once again. Oilers on the attack, 5 meters out of the try line. And the chant of Oilers goes up in the air. Onsomu to Ayo to Moura passing it out wide to Ejakaite on the outside channels. But KCB is strong on defense. Referee signaling KCB to get back on side. Not rolling away quickly enough. Time now for the forwards to pick and drive their team into the try line. Strong carry there. KCB on the back foot. Another maul formed. Coming through on the side. And there the referee penalizes the Menengai Oilers for going off their feet. An opportunity lost for the Menengai Oilers. Going off their feet, 5 meters out. Attempting once again to form the maul. Can see the KCB captain on the floor there, Jacob Oje. You can see there, ladies and gentlemen, a big carry there by Oilers. And you can see the players clearly going off their feet, so denying KCB an opportunity to counteract. Well sighted there by the referee, Duncan Kioko. KCB looking to fit the line out. And referee gives a free kick to KCB. Players encroaching the tunnel. Nico Kulo with ball in hand, looking to tap and go. Forwards looking for an opportunity to play the game. Nick taps and goes, big carry there, but well met by the Menengai Oilers, and a turnover, isolated, and KCB lose an opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. The decision to tap and go, and there you can see clearly the player holding the ball on the floor, and the referee with a clear picture to make a decision. Abutwale Bosonga looking for touch and successfully finding touch. Time now for the Menengai Oilers to make a foray into the KCB 22-meter yard area. Oilers definitely looking to attack KCB from this line out. Goes up in the air, lost backwards, lost forward by KCB, an advantage, a scrum advantage play there for the Menengai Oilers. And eventually player not releasing. Quick tap there by the Menengai Oilers. Samson Onsomu catching KCB napping, not 10 meters behind. Ibrahim Ayo with a big carry there. Another ruck for the Menengai Oilers. Davis Chenga looking for that counter-rack. Another maul formed. Seems to be the tactic today for the Menengai Oilers side, who are looking to shove their way to the try line. And it is try time, Menengai Oilers. The Menengai Oilers, through Fortuna Turo, ladies and gentlemen, score their second. Persistence in attack, 5 meters out, ladies and gentlemen, and they score their second. Working through what worked in the opening few minutes. Fortuna Turo, ladies and gentlemen. And you can see there, Andy Kolomolo and company looking to make sure that they don't go over, but it was too big, too strong a maul. And the grounding confirmed there by the referee. Oilers in the lead. Current score, ladies and gentlemen, Oilers 14, KCB 0. Well, the question has been posed to KCB. It's time for KCB to respond. By the Menengai Oilers, buoyed by the opening try, go over for the second. It's either KCB get a grip of this game or it will quickly run away from them. High wristed, well taken in the air. Nope. Tyson Maina. Davis Chenge. Alpha Sadunga. Davis Chenge there with a chicken wing flick. Dummy in the midfield. KCB looking to respond as quickly as possible. Referee asks the Menengai Oilers to release. And a hint of a gap there for KCB. KCB exploiting the outside channels. And big Andy Cole Omolo. Try time, KCB. Andy Cole Omolo, ladies and gentlemen, diving over for KCB's opening try. A quick response from the bunkers. A spectacular dive there for the big man. Former Kenya Under-20 and current Kenya Simbas. Andy Cole Omolo, ladies and gentlemen, showing why he is part and parcel of the Simbas. And by Simbas, I mean the Kenya Simbas. A quick response there. Something to look forward to in your picture there as the players celebrate with Andy Cole Omolo. But that try, ladies and gentlemen, was made in the midfield there. If only I could take you back a few frames. There was a delay in passing through that midfield, and the Oilers side came up, and there was a hint and of a gap on the outside channels. And definitely KCB, with the experience in their ranks, would definitely punish you, and KCB respond. Abitwali Bosonga. Some obstruction there in the kickoff. Penalty awarded to the Menengai Oilers. And a quick opportunity for points for, you can see clearly there, Tyson Maina obstructing the oncoming Menengai Oilers defender and allowing Isaac Njoroge to get the ball. Referee judging that to be an advantage, an undue advantage to KCB, and awards a penalty to the Menengai Oilers. Timothy Ejakait, ladies and gentlemen, adds the extra 3. Penalty kick successful for the Menengai Oilers. Current scores Oilers 17, KCB 7. I beg your pardon, the score is 14-5. The KCB try wasn't converted. That is 17 for the Menengai Oilers and 5 for KCB. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a game on our hands. And what a restart there. Superman stuff by none other than Menengai Oilers. And an advantage played. Tackling the player in the air. Referee consulting his assistant, Constant Cap, looking to make a decision. There, the captains, Ibrahim Ayo and Davis Chenge, having a word with Duncan Kioko. Clearly a player taken in the air as the restart ensued. Penalty awarded to the Menengai Oilers. Tackle in the air. There you have it. Butwali Bosonga looking for touch. And he successfully finds touch. There in the air, you can see, ladies and gentlemen. I guess that was before that. There you can see as the players went up there, the hand going around the shoulder, and interfering with the player in the air. Oilers on the attack. Onsomu quickly shifting the point of attack, ladies and gentlemen. Oilers looking to shift the point of attack as quickly as possible. There goes Shtundo. Crispin with a big carry there. Hint of a high tackle there, but referee allows play to continue. Onsomu looking to get the ball quickly to his arriving players. Shifted into the midfield, ladies and gentlemen, to the big number 8 who's well apprehended. Tackle is complete. Players' knees on the ground. Oilers playing it slowly to the backline players and eventually lose the ball. Looking at those passes that the Menengai Oilers is shifting to the outside channels, they are floating really long in the air, and that could really offer KCB an opportunity for an intercept pass. However, the ball is currently with the Menengai Oilers. Territory with the Menengai Oilers, but that is not straight. To end the game, that is Tusker EABL coming through in a big way for the Kenya Cup playoffs. Asanteni sana Tusker for coming through for the game. Kweli rugby na Tusker na rugby. Line out for KCB. Griffin looking to hit the mark. Andy Kolomolo rises up. Good line out. Davis Chenge through the midfield. Manasseh covers the ruck. Wahinya to Njoroge, who hits the ball into the air. But well taken care of there. KCB arriving in numbers. The Menengai Oilers also making sure that they retain possession. Referee asks the ball to be used by the Menengai Oilers. Oilers playing in their own half. Tackle is complete. Onsomu passing it back into the 20.
Follow these steps. You can join 1xBet app. Confirm your participation. You can bet on the correct match score. You can get a free bet every week. 1x free bet. Active bonuses for active players.
Radio 47 inavuma ndani na nje ya nchi. Tumekubalika hadi kimataifa kwa ushirikiano na Deutsche Welle nchini Ujerumani. Tunakupa matangazo ya aina yake, kuanzia habari, makala na matangazo ya soka. Radio 47 na Deutsche Welle, idhaa ya Kiswahili nchini Ujerumani. Hili ni bonge la ushirikiano. Radio 47 tunavuma na bado hapa ndipo.
is changing every day, and so should we, for the better. Each week, we tackle the big why, the question that should be on everyone's minds. Why isn't this fixed yet? Deforestation, global warming, and the adverse effects of climate change. The future isn't just something that we inherit, it's something that we create. Join us on The Green Fix as we tell the stories of those who refuse to give up. When it comes to fixing the planet, there is no time to waste. Join me, Shiksha Arora, on Thursdays at 9 p.m. on The Green Fix as we look into the big why, you and I.
Scrum time for the Menengai Oilers. Strong scrum there. And a penalty awarded to the Menengai Oilers. KCB once again penalized for pulling down the scrum. Clearly two penalties awarded from scrum time, and KCB struggling at set piece time. Struggling at set piece time against the Menengai Oilers. Almost a repeat of the regular season match. Abutwali Bosonga with a big boot. Well taken but knocked on, ladies and gentlemen, by KCB. Manuel Opondo losing the ball forward. Oilers getting a scrum from that knock on by KCB. And Somo just organizing his charges as Wahinya also signals his defensive line. Opportunity for you to view the scrummaging as is coming through from the Lions Den. Samson Nsomu to Mwaura looking for that space behind the defensive line. Isaac hoofs the ball forward. Quite a number of KCB players forward who are offside, but quickly into the setup, and the Menengai Oilers control possession. Nsomu with a high ball to the captain Ibrahim Ayo, coming back from a suspension straight into the starting side, and of course captaining the side. Manuel Opondo brings back possession, but a big tackle there by Oilers. Oilers strongly defending their half. Maura looking for his outside man. Abutwali Wasonga Songi to Nsomu. Ayo shifting the ball. Tackle is made by Laban Kipsang. Maura, outright pass to the winger on the outside channels. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Menengai Oilers on the attack. But the referee pulls back play. Hint of a forward pass there. Last bit of action. Manasseh Odur and Brian Wahinya reacting to the proceedings. You can see the frustrated Brian Wahinya just trying to calm down his players and asking so much of them. and most importantly, asking them to do the right things in the right areas. And from halfway, ladies and gentlemen, Timothy Omela. Has been kicking well for the Menengai Oilers through the season, and now looking to add the extra two, but the conversion is short. 22-meter dropout for KCB. High-wristed. Nsomu coming back the open side. Shifting the point of attack. Oilers on the attack. Outside channels. Beckoning. Breaking through the tackle. Referee playing an advantage. A high tackle advantage. And once again, a penalty awarded to Menengai Oilers. KCB have to really watch out in terms of their discipline. The penalty count mounting against KCB. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, you definitely know that Timothy Omela will be seeking the uprights. He'll be looking to split the uprights to add an extra 3 points for the Menengai Oilers. And there you have it, the 3 points in the bag for the Menengai Oilers. Oilers 20, KCB 5. Quite a fast half there, ladies and gentlemen, for the Menengai Oilers. Timothy Omela, not 100% with his kicking, but points still trickling in for the Nakuru-based side. Remember, this is a playoff match. All you need to do is win by a single point and proceed to the cup semi. Manuel Opondo with a high-wristed. Well taken there by Oilers. Oilers fielding those high balls quite impressively. Nsomu. Referee asks the scrum half to use it. Quite a number of seconds taken there by the scrum half of the Menengai Oilers side. Remember, the World Rugby laws have really been shifted or adjusted to allow play to continue, or quick play, slowing down the number of seconds or the number of minutes we do spend scrummaging or at track time. And all this is geared towards speeding up the game. Brian Wainya with a high boot. Well taken in the air there by Samuel Maura. Another high tackle in the air. Once again, another indisciplined moment for KCB. And on the floor there is Elvis Olukusi. Elvis Olukusi, who rose highest, was none other than Samuel Maura. But the two coming out worse. You can see there the doctors, physio Koli, and our fans there in the picture. KCB faithful, Alan Omuka, former Kenya Harlequins, and KCB, Oscar Sorano, Felix Ojo. This opportunity allows the two teams to... That's the Kenya Rugby Union for you, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, KCB and the Menengai Oilers looking to punch a ticket to play Kabras Sugar in the 2024-25 Kenya Cup season. After Kabras secured their slot in the Cup final. We're looking for touch, but not finding touch from that penalty. An opportunity handed to KCB. Quite a coach killer, that one. 2 minutes to half time. KCB with a scrum. Hopefully looking to strike before halftime to try and claw back that 15-point deficit between themselves and the Menengai Oilers. This could easily be the last play of the half. Has been a very, very entertaining first half. One that the Menengai Oilers will definitely be looking forward to replicate in the second half. Brian Wahinya feeds the scrum. Wahinya coming the open side. Njoro passing it to Wekesa rambling through the Menengai Oilers defensive line. But the Oilers strong on defense. Referee playing an advantage for offside. Kick and chase there for KCB. Free ball, ladies and gentlemen. But grounded in the goal line by none other than Samuel Ovwamu, ladies and gentlemen. But an advantage was being played for KCB. KCB with a decision to make. It's either they go for 3 as we head to halftime, or they kick for touch. But an opportunity for 3 points up for grabs for KCB, and they take it. Austin Sikutua. Austin Sikutua gets the extra 3 for KCB, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is the halftime score. The halftime scores: KCB 8, the Menengai Oilers 20. Tunarudi in 5 ama?
Who are the visitors here at the second semi-final of the Kenya Cup here at the Ruaraka grounds. So as much as they are behind, the spirits are not dampened. So I have one of their staunch, die-hard supporters. So tell us your name and of course who you are with KCB and why KCB. Come in front here, Yes, yes. I think let's just move here, yes. So of course we shall, let me just engage one of the fans. Tell us your name, what do you do,
my name,
why you are here.
My name is...
The halftime scores, are they impressive?
Amazing outing today anyway. Actually that Oilers will bring their A game, but I can tell you for sure, Oilers have already scored all their tries. Now it's over for KCB now to match that. For now, I can tell you, and you can take it to the bank, KCB gonna win this game. For now, Oilers, I know their strategy, they only try to go for penalties and all that. It has happened so far. It's not bad. We are not training so bad. What we have at the moment is a reachable distance. By the way, we are going to win this game, and you can take this to the bank. You want to bet me?
Yes, I can bet with you. But let me ask you. You saw the way the game started. Yeah. Oilers were off the blocks very fast. When you talk about take it, that was a strategy that has actually worked, which seems to have gotten KCB off guard.
It's not an off guard thing because KCB, many seasons or many times in matches we start slow, which is fine. For in this game, I'm sure what we've done is so far we control the game. We are bomb squad. I believe in my bomb squad. I can tell you, this game, when you introduce the bomb squad, is a game which is won in the 60th, 65th minute, 62nd minute. But I can tell you, this game, you're going to see a different ball game. The good thing, we are going to the Oilers side now. We can show to the fans what we're going to put onto their face. This game, Fifi to go do sour.
You've been very quiet as KCB fans almost for the entire half. You're just making noise, maybe calling the waiters to serve you.
No. We are not about commentary or all that. But I can tell you, we are focused from our first match, which was ESS, which Queens brought their A team. I can tell you, KCB, you have them. This game, we're going to be won from the bench in this half. I know the coaches. I have full trust on them. I've been in this sport for so long. Over 27 years supporting KCB. I've seen it, everything unfold. This one is just another episode. Page 43, encyclopedia, tutashinda hii game. Wacha goje one.
I'm sure you've had the results from the other game.
Yeah.
Cabras, but of course you know your opponent, just in case you make it out of here. It will be a tall order.
It's not a tall order for us, it's a tall order for them. We have nothing to lose. So far, in so many seasons, they had to play their fixtures yesterday, for ESS to get all their technical bench. We are so versatile. KCB is a brand. It might not happen this season, but I can tell you, at the moment, our trajectory is unstoppable. We are them, so I'm not only passionate, but I believe in the boys.
I know you have one of your friends who can come and talk to us. Bring me someone who can, please bring them over here. waleta kabisa. They should come over here. As they are coming, let's have, please call him over here. I have another KCB, very die-hard fan. Clearly the jersey wants to burst. Amekula that.
What do we say?
Your shirt wants to burst, but your team is not bursting on the pitch.
It's a tough game. We knew coming into it it's going to be tough. The first time we met, the game ended 29-27, so we knew it's going to be a tough match. But we are ready. We are the Lions, and I know the Lion spirit is not dead.
That score is dangerous, man. I mean, that score is not really good.
Yeah,
even if you have another second half, I mean, Menengai are also not just going to allow you to.
Yeah, we know the game is going to be tough. They have very good players, that we can say. Their game plan today is working. But I think we also have a very good tactical bench that's going to have a solution to their game plan. We see they are very fast on the racks, very fast on the scrums. They have some punch, but we also have some very good people who are supposed to come in as super subs, the likes of Miheso and stuff. So we really want to have a very good match that is going to end with us going to the forest in Kakamega and lifting this cup.
And beating. No, exactly. Now that you're here, both of you, please tell us your name, which team you support. Of course, obviously, but you have to declare it.
Yes, I'm a Lion at heart. A big team, KCB. We are winning this. We are winning this.
No, you're not winning it. Look at the scoreline at half time.
No. This is just half time. The scoreboard is. We still have 40 more minutes to play. Yes. We are coming to Kakamega.
We are title contenders and we are going to win it.
Yes.
We are going to win it.
We are telling Cabras, beware, the Lion is coming back, stronger, and about to claw you.
But Menengai will not let this particular score just get out of it. Remember how they started. I was even asking your friend here. Menengai were off very fast and they got KCB off guard. Is it that KCB were not ready for this kind of tactic?
Not that we were not ready. It's just a bit of ni mshtuko tu kidogo.
I think the first few tries came in when the team was still warming up to the game. Yes. The intensity of the game is yet to come out. We still have 40 minutes.
Yes.
And I believe with proper game management, avoiding those penalties in these close spaces, I think that's the only way we can win. Remember also the Cabras game when we were at the Forest, they particularly focused on the penalties. We had someone like Dukitsa becoming the man of the match with 20 points. How can one man have 20 points from penalties? We don't want a penalty game. We want a game that we have contact. Let's enjoy the game. If we are going down, let's go as men.
As Lions.
All right, let's let them go. All right, let's let them go.
Let's really run away with the first half as the fans in your picture there, ladies and gentlemen, scattered through, having a great time. Perfect weather, of course no rain, just a beautiful chilled Saturday afternoon for family, friends and relatives to enjoy the game we all love as the center referee makes his way back onto the pitch. Duncan Kyoko, time for Butwali Bosonga to kick us off in the second half. A halftime score being the Menengai Oilers 20, KCB 8. Oilers looking to continue with that fine form in the opening 40 minutes. The regular season match, ladies and gentlemen, Menengai Oilers were leading in the first half. However, KCB came in strong and took that one with virtually the last play, last kick of the game as Austin Sikutua landed the extra 2 points. Manasseh Oduor, aka Rodrodro. As you can see, Koli and Darwin Mukiza just urging the fans who've now literally encroached onto the pitch to kindly clear off before kickoff. And most importantly, remember the game wouldn't start if the players and the fans aren't in a safe environment. Once again, I repeat, all
media platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and also on our TV47.digital. So an entire team is on the ground, so stick around. I will, of course, hand over this particular game. Let's just listen in to the fans of what they're singing and what they're saying.
Opportunity in the second half, the Menengai Oilers, ladies and gentlemen, picking up from where they left off in the first half. Just asking KCB lots and lots of questions. Oilers, big carry there, strong carry into the 22. Another big carry there, but repulsed by Andy Kolomolo. And Somu shifting it. Slow ball there for the Menengai Oilers. Counter-attack attempt there by Griffin Musila, but not making headway. Ibrahim Ayo to Vuamu on the outside channels, opting to come back. Not toying with the touchline. Oilers on the attack, ladies and gentlemen. Oilers 5 meters out. Oilers, the Menengai Oilers, ladies and gentlemen. 5 meters out, just one pass out. A KCB holding strong in the defensive effort. Kipchirchir, ladies and gentlemen, the blindside winger, recycles a football for Onsomu to play it with his outside man, that is Abutwali Bosonga. The referee pulls play back to the infringement, far wide infringement, ladies and gentlemen. A decision there for the Menengai Oilers to make. That is an offside penalty conceded. As you ponder the decision here, what would you do as you follow this live proceedings from the KCB Lansdowne? If you are the Menengai Oilers, what would you have done? They opt to go tap and go. Coming round, Ibrahim Ayo, just a few meters away from the try line. A hint of a missed ball there, but that's a knock-on. What a way to let KCB off the hook. The player wanted to quickly pick the ball and drive into the try line. However, they lose the ball forward. Another opportunity gone begging. There is always a risk of playing quick, but you can't play quickly without the ball. Most importantly, you need the ball to play quickly. Fitting the scrum is KCB's number 21. And that is a beautiful clearance by KCB, several meters outside the 22-meter area. Menengai Oilers losing that attacking opportunity, first attacking opportunity in the second half. An opportunity that would have seen them score the first points in the second half and, of course, pile more pressure on KCB as they attempt the comeback. Most importantly, remember, the KCB are quite capable of mounting a comeback. And this is the second half, so quite importantly, the game still bubbling. An attempted clearance there by KCB, landing straight into the hands of the Menengai Oilers. And you can see Brian Wahinya pleading with the referee to give him that decision as he clung onto the ball on the floor. The referee having called that a maul, he was within his own right to stick onto the ball and earning his team a scrum down. Eli Mukaisi in your picture there. Current Min Machine coach. Speaking of Min Machine, there's a scrum down for KCB. Scrum there for KCB. Most definitely KCB will be looking to clear their lines, look to play in the right areas, and of course mount pressure on the Menengai Oilers in an effort to try and claw back the deficit. However, the Menengai Oilers are seasoned enough to be able to know that they've been here before and lost it. So this is a big second half for both sides. Ball is lost forward. Griffin Musila. Oilers with Abutwali Bosonga. Abutwali Bosonga passing it to Samuel Moura. Moura opting to find touch on the far side, and that is a beautiful kick. It's gone straight into touch, but I think that is a 50-22. And yes, it is a 50-22. It's an opportunity for Samuel Moura to quickly take the ball and restart it. And what a result there for the Menengai Oilers, pinning KCB back into their own half with that 50-22. Remember, if you kick the ball from inside your own 50-22 or in your own 50 and it goes out in the 22-meter yard, the restart will definitely be yours. But they lose the ball forward, and in comes Eric Miheso, former Oilers, the man responsible with the regular season loss for Oilers, and hoofed behind the defensive line. However, there was a penalty, and KCB with an opportunity to clear their lines. If indeed there was a comeback, ladies and gentlemen, KCB's comeback has to start now. Austin Sikutu are finding touch on the far side. Austin Sikutu, I remember, used to play straight with the Menengai Oilers. Restart there, ball not straight, but referee allows play to continue. Miheso with a big carry through the midfield. Definitely need Miheso and company to come in very strongly. However, players going off their feet, and referee staying consistent, having penalized the Menengai Oilers in the first half. You can see in your picture there, Laban Kipsang's hands on the floor, and of course his knees hitting the ground. this amounts to a penalty, and the Menengai Oilers, courtesy of Abutwali Bosonga's boot, will be finding touch, and successfully they do find touch. Many thanks, of course, to KCB. KCB have done so much for local rugby. Knock on there was called by the referee, Rocky Aguko. Part of the very many substitutes made in the second half by the coach, Oliver Mangeni. Rocky Aguko there bundled into touch. Samson Onsomu looking to feed the scrum. Many thanks for everyone who's joining us from out far and wide. Welcome to the Kenya Rugby Union TV. We will be beaming the semis and, of course, the finals of this year's Kenya Cup League. Samson Onsomu looking to get Ejakait, but Ejakait well handled by KCB. KCB with a counterattack which is successful. Finding space behind the Menengai Oilers side. And there, ladies and gentlemen, that could easily be that 50-22. And that is one each. You can see there Godwin Karuga shaking his head, confirming that it's a 50-22. An opportunity there for KCB. Griffin Musila looking to fit the line out. Now goes Davis Chenge. A maul is formed. Oilers looking to defend that maul. Coming through the middle there, referee clearly allowing that to ensue. KCB. KCB losing possession. I thought they had broken away and the ball was supposed to be played as a tackle. However, referee, having called a maul initially, is inclined to award the scrum to the Menengai Oilers. Strong defensive work there for the Menengai Oilers side. You can see Miheso breaking away, but the Menengai Oilers players not releasing the player. There's a scrum for the Menengai Oilers. I did initially tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that KCB's comeback has to start now if in case there was any. However, the Menengai Oilers strongly defending KCB, not allowing KCB to play in their own half. The second half being played largely in the orange zone, that is through the middle part of the pitch, with the Menengai Oilers making sure that KCB's attacking threat is kept at bay, several meters away from their own try line. A referee having a word with Davis Chenge. Just looking for clarity. It's quite important to shout out KCB Bank with their multi-currency prepaid card that can serve 11 currencies on 1 card. That is good stuff from the KCB Bank. Oilers on the attack. No clear release. All players coming through the side. Remember now, KCB are really hunting this ball. KCB are looking for this ball, and KCB will definitely be conceding penalties as they go in search of the football. However, the Menengai Oilers strongly, and I repeat, the Menengai Oilers strongly defending their half. Line out time. Oilers. Odero. Big tackle through the middle there. Kipchirchir. Rocky Aguko making the tackle. Odero. Remember Samson Onsomu off the pitch. Time now for Odero to make his mark. Wahinya. Njoroge kicks and chases. Looking to place his teammates on side. There goes Odero. Misses the tackle. Maura isolated. KCB hunting that ball. KCB living true to their Lions tag. Just hunting. Big carry there. Willward Mususi. Well handled. Referee asking KCB to clearly release. Odero once again. Passing it out wide. There goes Ovwamu. Samuel. Odero to Obaye through the middle. Well handled. Ayo picks the ball. And the referee calls it back. That gesture, ladies and gentlemen, a knock on. Slows down the attacking momentum gained by the Menengai Oilers. Willward Mususi in your picture there, ladies and gentlemen, catching a breath. There you can see ball quickly shifted. Yeah, a hint of a knock on there on the floor as Ibrahim Ayo went to pick the ball. Referee awards Menengai Oilers a penalty. It's an offside call. And of course, Timothy Omela. Timothy lining up for the kick. Timothy Mela misses that. Keeps the scoreline at 8-20, a difference of 12 points, ladies and gentlemen. That is 2 converted tries. the difference between KCB and the Menengai Oilers. Amasobai takes the ball, looking for a big run through the middle, looking to offload but losing the ball forward. Davis Chenge bringing ball back to the Menengai Oilers half. Wekesa, Miheso. KCB, Aguko, Griffin Musila. KCB looking to flex their muscles through the mid pitch. Brian Wahinya with a high cross kick. Well taken there by Tyson Maina. KCB, Olukusi, Miheso. Aguko, Wahinya, ladies and gentlemen, KCB on the attack. KCB with Jenkins Kipruto quickly shifting the ball, having come on in favor of none other than Emmanuel Opondo, but KCB knocked the ball on. Griffin Musila taking 1, 2, 3 Oilers defenders. Samuel Were defending strongly and vehemently, but KCB lose the ball forward. They lose that opportunity, and of course they're quickly losing time. 20 minutes to go, 12 points the difference. The job is cut out for KCB on the attacking front, and the job is definitely cut out for the Menengai Oilers on the defensive front. Griffin Musila there, you see as he went to pick up that ball from the base of the rack. That is Jenkins Kipruto, a young man coming through the ranks at KCB. And KCB, ladies and gentlemen, making the change at hooker. In goes Fidel Minor, who comes in for Griffin Musila. Fidel Minor replacing Griffin Musila at hooker. The scrum down being in favor of the Menengai Oilers. Andrew Odero feeds the scrum, and the ball is quickly hoofed upfield. And what a clearance, ladies and gentlemen, for Menengai Oilers. From literally 5 meters out, they are well into 10 meters into the KCB half. Fidel Minor quickly takes the ball, feeds the line out. Wahinya at fly-off. Rocky Aguko breaks the first tackle, runs straight into the Menengai Oilers defensive line. KCB opting to go for the high ball. Timothy coming down the blind, and that easily could be a turnover. However, referee allows play to continue. Elkins Musonye fresh onto the pitch. Andrew Odero passing it, and Oilers losing the ball forward. Amos Obai on the floor, they are reeling with pain. Referee is playing an advantage, ladies and gentlemen. A scrum down for KCB. Jenkins Kipruto feeds the scrum. Finally hooked backwards by KCB. Wahinya, Skutwa with an intercept, ladies and gentlemen. Mora on hand as Ovwamu goes into Big Mike Wekesa. Tackle is complete. Timothy Obaye, Amos, Mora. Big carry through the midfield. Hint of an isolation, and yes, KCB pouncing on that opportunity. Elvis Olukusi gets the ball back for his side. 17 minutes and counting. Looking for touch, looking for a deep touch. Finder, missing the touch finder. Timothy Jakait maneuvers through that rushing defensive line of KCB and successfully finding touch. KCB losing that attacking opportunity as Austin Sikutwa looks to get his side deep into the KCB half, into the Oilers half. But losing that opportunity. Fidel Minor looking to feed the line out. Fidel Minor. Elvis rises, takes it. Jenkins. Chenge. Davis. Strongly met there. Big tackle. Running straight into a wall. Not an idea. Once again, Chenge manhandled. Oilers just pumping, tackling, and exerting so much pressure on the KCB attacking line. Wahinya opting to go for the high boot. Looking for that bounce. Big counter coming through there for KCB. Hint of an offside there for Kipchirchir, who picks the ball on the offside. And the referee on hand to award KCB. You can see there the counterattack was coming in, but Jenkins, who was retreating to the onside, picking up the ball that had come onto the side. Referee giving KCB a penalty, and definitely KCB will be looking for that 5-meter yard area. However, they do get the kick into touch, but just on or just outside the 22 meters. Patrick Oka and friends. Emmanuel Muller with a big carry through. Steve Wamai. Andrew Rodero finding the outside man. Oilers on the attack. Kipchirchir. Andrew. To who? To nobody. Maura. Eventually KCB making the tackle. It's a hint of passes not hitting the mark. Well taken there by Amos Obaye. And a big clearance by Oilers. Oilers have come to play, ladies and gentlemen. And an advantage, a penalty advantage for the Menengai Oilers. And Rodero, knowing that they have an advantage, just looking for the referee to blow that penalty. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Oilers. Emmanuel Muller with a big carry. Steve Omai bumped off and told off in that one phase of play. Had to come up back on his feet to try and contest. I can confirm, ladies and gentlemen, the Den is witnessing something they haven't witnessed the whole season, being pegged back at home. Meanwhile, the Oilers fans must be on the moon. Manu Mula feeds the scrum at the line out successfully, but referee pulls the line out back, having them reset. Once again, not meeting the mark. Rocky Aguko hoofs the ball clear. Grab a kick and chase. KCB hoping and praying that they can get an opportunity to play in the Oilers 5-meter yard. But what a defensive effort in this second half by the Menengai Oilers that I need to call out. They have played in the right areas, played the right kind of defensive rugby, and of course being in front. I need to call out, they have played in the right areas, played the right kind of defensive rugby, and of course being in front with that margin, they are definitely looking at 1 foot in the semis, in the final. Line out, ladies and gentlemen, taken in the air there by the Menengai Oilers. There, John Okoth comes onto the pitch. John Okoth, ladies and gentlemen, fresh from recovering from an injury sustained on tour last year, playing for the Kenya Simbas, Kenya Shujaa. Switch. Oilers now looking to express themselves, keep the ball, keep possession. And there is an advantage, a high tackle. High tackle, ladies and gentlemen, a grabber kick there played by Menengai Oilers. But a high tackle on Amos Obai, ladies and gentlemen, earning the Menengai Oilers a penalty. And once again, an opportunity. And this could be, ladies and gentlemen, the most important penalty kick if they do attempt to go for the points. You can see grabber there by Samuel Maura, but the referee playing an advantage, pulls play back. Oilers with an opportunity to take the scoreline to more than 14 points. That means KCB have to score 3 times after this kick to get into the cup final. Most important kick, ladies and gentlemen, Timothy. And Timothy lands it. 3 points on the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen, for the Menengai Oilers. Bring the scores to KCB 8. The Menengai Oilers 23. Timothy Ejakait, ladies and gentlemen. There you can see Steve Mohanji. Most probably texting guys back in the forest, telling them that this year's cup final could be the Menengai Oilers versus Cabras. But that has 10 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen, to determine who proceeds to the cup final. Brian Wahinya looking to restart the game. Travels the required 10 meters. Not taken in the air there by the Menengai Oilers. An Onkon and a scrum awarded to KCB. Well, KCB running out of time, ladies and gentlemen. Needed to score 3 tries, or is it 15 points to tie? That means they have to score 3 times to get closer to the Menengai Oilers. Tyson Maina receiving treatment, bit of running repairs there on the former. Meanwhile, on the screen there, ladies and gentlemen, 45-6, a resounding victory for the reigning and defending champions, Cabra Sugar, who dispatched Nondis at the Forest. That's a scrum, ladies and gentlemen, for KCB. Jenkins Kipruto. Jenkins Kipruto feeds the scrum. KCB looking to shove the scrum, but the Menengai Oilers remaining resolute. KCB have to use the ball. Shifted. Wahinya and Sikutu are combining, ladies and gentlemen. And Side entry by KCB. Ball was open, ladies and gentlemen. You can see there, Austin Sikutu making a break for it. Tackle there. Tackle is complete. The arriving KCB player, that is number 13, that is Elfa Sedunga, coming through and not using the gate, coming through the side, and that is a penalty to the Menengai Oilers. An easy exit for the Oilers. KCB giving Oilers such an easy time today. And you can see that Menengai Oilers have matured. The Menengai Oilers, ladies and gentlemen, know that this game, ladies and gentlemen, is almost in the bag. There goes Makoha. Makoha tackled. Obai tackled. Adero shifting it to Maura to Shtundo to Ejakait on the outside channels. KCB attempting a counterattack, but the Oilers strong on defense. A big tackle there. Tackle on the shoulder. And Rodero looks one side, goes down the opposite side. Keeps playing and keeps toying with the KCB team. A kick behind the KCB defensive line. And what a master stroke, ladies and gentlemen. What a beautiful kick. Takes them into the 22-meter area. That is Abutwale Bwasonga just controlling that, pinning back KCB in their own half and asking KCB to go a whole 70-80 meters down pitch to get any points in the bag. Lost but found. Oilers on the attack once again. Ovwamu. Shtundo on the outside channels, but losing it forward is John Okoth. An advantage, a scrum advantage played there for KCB. Brian Wahinya clears and successfully finds touch. 4 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. 4 minutes cannot really produce 3 tries, or is it 15 points for KCB? Hii ni kama imeenda. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is an improvement from the last time the Menengai Oilers played here at the Den. Signs of a side that is consistently improving. Signs of a side that have learned from their mistakes, having visited the Den last time and coming out without any points. This year is an opportunity for Coach Gibson Weru to relish the last couple of weeks. Big tackle there. Double combination of Amos Obai and Elkins Musonye apprehending Jenkins Kipruto. However, the referee is playing an advantage, pulls it back, and it is a scrum for KCB. Jenkins Kipruto looking for the scrum. Jenkins passing it to Elfas to Njoroge to Skuto on the outside channel, and that's a turnover. Player holding on the floor. This has been a masterclass, ladies and gentlemen. Oilers came to play, and play they did. They have played in the right areas, kept pressure on the KCB defensive line, and earned their seat at the table, the finals table, ladies and gentlemen. And you can take this to the bank. The final of the 2025 Kenya Cup season, KCB dropping out. The Menengai Oilers will be taking on Kabras Sugar RFC. Omela. Omela, and the conversion is successful. 3 more points on the scoreboard for the Menengai Oilers. Current score, ladies and gentlemen, as they celebrate, they must be dialing. I'm not sure who they're dialing, and there you have it, a beautiful celebration. They came, saw, and conquered. Timothy adding the extra 3, and celebrating. Oilers. Aturo passing it out wide. That's the highlights for that last play. Now you can see a player holding on the floor. And that is Ovwamu earning that penalty in favor of the Menengai Oilers, as Eja Kait landed off the uprights, the extra 3 points, and jubilation in the stands and celebration. That's what we love to see. The Menengai Oilers players having fun while they achieve what has been one of the hardest jobs, to come all the way to KCB and win away from home. Quite an impressive performance, ladies and gentlemen. KCB really never got off the blocks. This could be one of the most flat rated performance by KCB. These are the dying embers of this game. Definitely KCB wouldn't be going for points. And most importantly, they need this ball to stay in the field of play. But they don't get touch. That's an opportunity, a scrum opportunity for the Menengai Oilers. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are well into the referee's time. And at any time from now, the referee, ladies and gentlemen, will be blowing the full-time whistle. And once again, what a performance from the Menengai Oilers. We have to give it to them. It's not an easy place to come and play. That is the KCB Lions Den. Andrew Dero. Ball in hand, looking to feed the scrum. The referee fed up. The fans having a celebration. It's a dance, ladies and gentlemen. You can see there. What a place to be. That's where to be. Among us, the fans, as they enjoy their favorite drink, Tusker. And of course, bank with their favorite bank, KCB Bank. What a performance this afternoon by Oilers! The Menengai Oilers put the last nail on the coffin as KCB concede in the last couple of seconds. The fans in a frenzy. Samuel Ovwamu, ladies and gentlemen, has had a spectacular afternoon. And you can tell me in the comment section who would be your man of the match. But I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, Samuel Ovwamu has really been a standout player this afternoon. Played very well, gone for counter rucks, broke the first line of defense, and finally dived for that last try, ladies and gentlemen. This seals it. This condemns KCB and allows the Menengai Oilers to proceed to the cup final. We have 20 seconds to go, ladies and gentlemen, as we await the conversion. Most definitely after this conversion, it will be full time. Current scores, the Menengai Oilers 31, KCB 8. Brown Wahinya. The restart is well taken, lost forward, 2 knock-ons. The referee allows play to continue. Andy Kolomolo looking to at least put some respect on the scoreline for KCB. There goes Olukusi as the referee plays an advantage. Current score, ladies and gentlemen, KCB 8, Oilers 31. Quickly taken there by Olukusi, but not taken from the mark. So the referee will allow play to be retaken from the rightful place. A big carry there by Miheso. Miheso most probably looking to finish off strongly, just like he did in the regular season with the Menengai Oilers. Hands on the ball there. Referee double blows his whistle. He'll be having a conversation with the touch judge. However, the Menengai Oilers should do so well to keep their discipline. Remember, they actually need everybody, all hands on deck for the cup final. So most importantly, they don't need any yellow cards or any sending offs, be it yellow or red. 20 a game, Tusker 20 game. Asante sana Kenya Milele. Tusker have come through in a big way, supporting the playoffs for the Kenya Rugby Union's 2024-25 Kenya Cup season. Miheso taps and goes. Ball is on the floor. Advantage is played there by the referee. So this, ideally, ladies and gentlemen, is just to put some respect on the scoreboard for KCB. Big rumble there through. Player needs to release. Remember, you cannot score by getting the ball to the base of the 2 posts. You need to score on the try line. Patrick Oko with ball in hand. In the background there, you can see the Menengai Oilers fans just waiting, baying, praying for that final whistle. Pretty sure this pitch will be crowded immediately the final whistle goes. It has been a seriously long season, regular season for both these sides. However, importantly, the 2 made it to the cup semis. But finally, ladies and gentlemen, Oilers have done the job. Oilers have come to KCB, second time of asking, and have walked away with the most important result, a slot in the cup final. KCB, Rocky Aguko comes from the base of the scrum, but pushed back by the violent defensive effort. And the ball is lost on the floor, ladies and gentlemen, by KCB, and the referee will be playing an advantage. The Menengai Oilers take the ball into touch, allow the referee to make a decision, and that is a full-time whistle. The Menengai Oilers have done it. The Menengai Oilers came to Nairobi to play KCB at the Lions Den and walked away with a ticket to the cup final. It has been a very, very strong performance from the Menengai Oilers, coming here and running away with it. Full-time scores: KCB Rugby 8, Menengai Oilers 31. I've been your host. My name is Walter Orangi. Thank you so much for coming through, and thank you so much to all our sponsors, EABL, KCB, Asanteni Sana, and definitely we'll be seeing you and catching you in the final of the 2025 Kenya Cup season. Asanteni Sana, and congratulations to the Menengai Oilers and Cabral Sugar.